We will begin with some pranayam, and we'll go into Trinity breath and circle of fire, which is the Trinity breath and the Trinity locks, Tribandha, together. And in doing some practice with Satyam, both of us have discovered that there's actually 3 variations of circle of fire. And so the one that I usually teach you guys is the variation 2. So we'll start there, and then I'll actually move us into variation 3 just for fun. As always, just tune into the body, breath, mind, energy body as it is now with natural breath. Feel the calm effortlessness of this breath and the way that it drops you in immediately as soon as you tune in. It can be done anywhere, anytime. No special equipment, no funny looking postures, just the breath flowing naturally. And then let that naturally flow into complete and victory breath. Without making any special effort about it. See if the inhalation can remain as long and smooth as it is. And then let the exhalation expand and expand some more. That might become twice the length of the inhalation. Flowing into circle of fire. Trinity breath followed by Trinity locks. Trivayu Kriya, Tribandha. Starting with Kapalabhati. Exhale for fire wash. Inhale, internal retention with root Kriya. And releasing from the internal retention, flow into Tribandha, Palapati, external retention with 3 locks, internal retention with 2 locks. That's variation 2 of circle fire, the one that we usually practice. Take one more round through and then return to complete breath. variation 3, circle of fire. It's the first two of the Trinity breath practices. So Kapalabhati and then fire wash. And then rather than doing the internal retention root kriya, it goes into the internal retention with the two locks. So the third part of the tribandha, internal and then root lock, chin lock, and hold. And then it goes into the external retention with the three locks and the internal retention again with the two locks, skipping that second part of Kapalabhati. So again, the sequence will be Kapalabhati, fire wash, internal retention, two locks, external retention, three locks, internal retention, two locks. Let's try. Begin with Kapalabhati. Exhale fully, lean forward, breath held out, fire wash. When ready, lengthen inhalation. Breath is held in, apply the root lock and the chin locks internally. Just hold those locks as long as you can. No strain, then release the chin lock, exhale. Right into external retention. Breath held out, navel, root, chin locks. Might feel it to be a short hold. Release chin, root, navel, inhale. Root and chin locks. To maintain the root, lift chin to exhale fully, then release the root. Once again, Kapalabhati, fire wash to begin. When ready, inhalation. Retain with the two locks. Lift infinitely to lift the chin. Exhale. Relax. Release the locks. Inhale. Two locks. release. See if you could go all the way through this variation. Palapati, fire wash, internal retention, external retention, internal retention to complete breath. Letting go into the flow of breath. When ready, flow into earth touch at the top third of the mat. Exhale, roll to standing. Inhalation, upward salute. Exhale, standing. Just feel the body, the energy, the flow of breath in this vertically aligned posture. Inhalation, upward salute, 2. Taking the arms up and over, and then open them on the way to earth touch. Exhalation. Inhalation, monkey at the base of the spine to crown. Feel the length. Exhale, walk or jump mountain. Feel hips to crown dissolve. as hips rise. Tuck through crown. Inhale, cat. Follow the wave down and back up. Exhale, extended child. Dissolve the hips towards the heels and the spine to crown to earth. Inhale, toe stretch. Tuck through the spine, rolling up and unfolding from the base up. Hands follow. Exhale, cat bow one. Flow into cat with fingertips facing in. Inhale, rise. Feel the balance between that which descends and that which lifts, that which draws forward and that which draws back. The breath that flows in and the breath that flows out. A rhythm, a balance, and the midpoint. When ready, inhalation to cat, exhale, extended child. Fingertips draw forward as the spine dissolves. Release in the pelvis, in the back, in the shoulders. And let the breath be expansive within, creating that movement in the stillness. Inhalation, extended, toes to toe stretch. Feel the flow. Exhale, mountain. Pass through cat with the option to pass through raised slant. Inhale, return to raised slant. Feeling the tuck all the way to the base, and then the lengthening base to crown. Exhale, slant. Release the arms to lower all the way to the earth. Dissolve, face down. Inhale, cobra boat. Rise the leg and the upper body. Exhale, face down. Repeat. Inhale, rise. For the breath. Exhale, lower. So that as you lift, takes the whole inhalation to rise. As you lower, it takes the entire exhalation to release. That is breath-paced movement. Exhale to face down. Inhale, cobra to roll. Let the chin tuck in, roll down to the base of the spine as you rise, and then lengthen up internally, base to crown. Exhale, flow back into extended child. Hips rise and fold back. Dissolve from the base of spine to crown and sustain. Feel how the breath moves through the whole body, even when we are in apparent stillness. Feel that internal rock, that internal expansion and release that is inherent in every single breath. Bathed in the ocean waves that are within our own selves. Exhale all the way and follow the inhalation to toe stretch. Exhale, mountain asana. Through cat with the option of passing through raised slant. Feel that lift high of the pelvis. And the equal pressure through the legs and the arms. Once again, feel how breath creates that internal movement, even within this held posture. The mind settles as it focuses on the movement. Meditation in motion with a simple object of concentration, the breath itself. Inhalation through mountain lift with a light jump or walk forward to extended bend. Exhale, earth touch. Dissolve from the hips to crown, hands to earth. Release. Let go in the spine, in the neck, in the head. Exhale, let the knees release to roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhalation, upward salute. Exhale, flowing Om Mudra, standing. Be with the rise and fall of the breath, the waves. Inhalation, forward salute. Right hand can cross on top. Option to lift sternum to crown. Exhale, earth touch. Flow forward and dissolve. Inhalation, monkey from the base to crown. Exhale, mountain. Swan to mountain. Inhale, tuck crown to base, bring the right leg forward and open. Unfold, base to crown, once the hips ground. Exhale, mountain, let the hips guide up and back to dissolve to crown. Dissolve the head into the tuck and flow back into left side swan, down the spine, back up the spine. Exhale, hips to crown, dissolve in mountain. Follow these waves of the flow, of the breath, of the movement. No end and no beginning. Just one into the other with the brief pauses between inhalation and exhalation that are just part of the flow itself. Following a left side, return to mountain. Sustain just briefly. And when ready, follow an inhalation to right side swan. Exhale, quarter turn. Squat tortoise to pyramid 3. Bend the left leg, follow around, lift the right knee, hands in place, light jump out. Or it can walk out and hinge at the hips to bring the hands between and out to the ankles. Is in pyramid lift. Be a length or a roll. As the arms rise, bend the right and turn. Exhale, triangle. Asana. Feel the rotation, hips to crown in alignment. The long breath flows. Exhale, side warrior. That may look like the upper body is leaning on or resting on the right leg. It's just an illusion. Feel the strength in the legs, rotation of the body, so that the legs find the stability to hold this posture in place as the upper body is light and lifted, open. Exhale, return to triangle and see here, how light is that transition? That gives you some data about how much you were pressing down. Inhale, rise. Allow the arms to open. Exhale, warrior, release into the deep lunge. Arms release. Inhale, lift. Exhale to open. Continue warrior flow. Lotus mudra at the base. Rise through salutation to completion mudra. To Om mudra facing up and then facing down. Smooth flow through. Exhale, warrior asana. Arms open, head turns. Feel strong, stable, ready, alert, focused on what is now and on the breath that is now. Exhale, side warrior. Inhale, quarter turn, raised runner. Let the arm guide the flow around so that spine, leg follow. Exhale, face down, pass through, raise slant, release through slant, all the way to earth. Toes release. Inhale, cobra to roll. Dissolve, then lengthen. Exhale, fold back, extended child. Inhale, raised cobra. Tuck through the spine like a cat tuck. Then as the hips lower, lift the knees, press the heels back and unfold to the crown. Exhale, return to extended child, draw the hips back. Dissolve. Inhale, raised cobra. Once again, tuck through crown, mid, lower back, cat tuck. Lower hips unfold as knees lift, face to crown. Exhale, extended child. Hips draw back, knees draw forward and down, dissolve the spine. Inhale, raised cobra. Exhale, mountain. Let the hips rise up and draw back. Inhalation, left side swollen, feel the tuck, drawing the hips, left leg forward, unfold, right toes back. Exhale, turn, holding the right, bring the left in, lift the knee into pyramid 3. Jump or walk, dissolve. Inhale, pyramid. You did on the other side, either a lift or a roll. As the arms lift, left bends and rotates. Exhale, triangle. Open. Feel the left kneecap rotate in line with the ankle. The right instep lift. From that base, descending into the earth. Feel the rise of the legs, the rise up through the spine and the rotation, all the way to the crown. Exhale, side warrior. Rounded through the legs, yet light, rising, open, rotating. Just enough effort for this posture and no more. So as effortless as possible. Exhale, a light lift to triangle. Inhale, continue the lift to prep warrior. Exhale, dissolve into warrior. Deep lunge, arms release. Inhale. Exhale, open. Continue. Exhale, warrior asana. Arms open, head turns. Feel that strength and stability, as well as the lightness inside of it and the focus. Exhale, side warrior. Inhale, quarter turn. Follow down the spine and back up to raised runner. Exhale, raised, slant to face down. Inhale, cobra to roll. Unfold and then flow back. Exhale, extended child. Inhale, raised cobra. Exhale, extended child. Hips draw back, knees draw forward. Spine draws forward, hips draw back. Inhale, raised cobra. Tuck in order to unfold. Release the hips down in order to lengthen the spine upward. Exhale, extended child. Inhale, raised cobra through the tuck to unfold. Exhale, extended child. Inhale, raised cobra. Exhale, mountain. Feel the hips rise, press down, lift up, sustain. Inhale through mountain, lift to extended bend. Light jump or walk forward. Exhale, extended shoulder stretch. Bring the arms up and behind, interlace. In completion mudra, draw the arms over as the spine releases. Rolling back. Exhale, bend the knees. Let the arms release behind the hips and come to earth like a squat one that's tucked. And tuck the pelvis enough to reach earth. Roll back. Inhale, return to squat one, lengthening the spine. Exhale, tuck, release the hips, roll. Inhale, roll up, lengthen base to crown. Exhale, roll back. Knees align over, the shoulders maybe a little back, and the ankles over them. So the legs don't go too far back. It's not a plow, but a compact roll. The next time the body rolls up, continue the momentum forward into earth touch. Just lift the hips and fold forward. Can be helpful to have blocks under the hands if that is a challenge. And sustain the earth touch. You can do a few of those with the earth touch added. If you know you'd like to have the blocks, you can place them in place. So exhale, roll back, tucking the spine. Inhale, roll up through the tucked squat, lift the hips and fold. Exhale, tuck the spine, roll back. Inhale, roll up. Keep the tuck of the spine, lift the hips and dissolve. A few more. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, earth touch. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll up and earth touch. Exhalation, asana. Just sustain. Exhale, let the knees release to roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhalation, upward salute. Exhale, standing. Inhalation, upward salute. Exhale, monkey to mountain, light jump or walk back. Inhalation, raised cobra. Feel a tuck from crown to base and unfold to crown. Exhale, lift the hips, mountain, dissolving to crown. Tuck through the crown, inhale, raised cobra. Feel the tuck down the spine and then back up. Exhale, mountain, hips rise, pull back. Feel this double wave into raised cobra. One breath in. And then the lengthening, also a wave from base to crown into mountain that dissolves last. Inhale, raised cobra. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, right side, swan. Feel the same tuck of spine. Right leg draws forward, dissolve all the way up the spine. Exhale, swan bow. Release base to crown. Toes release. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, dissolve, swan bow. Inhale, roll down the spine, lengthen up. Exhale, dissolve into the bow. Inhale, swan. Exhale, bow. Inhale, swan, swan, thigh stretch. Rolling up, option of right hand staying on the outer side of the right leg or crossing. Reach back to reach the left ankle and draw the ankle in toward the hip, keeping the knees and the hips in alignment. Sustain. And also have the arm to a prop, leaning forward slightly or staying upright, or even dissolving all the way into the swan bow, if that's what's needed for the body right now. Just aim to feel, where do you find the deepest stretch from knee to hip in the thigh? Long, deep breath. Exhale, release in swan. And part leg. Exhale, swan bow. Inhale, return to swan as the body unfolds, lengthening. Lift the heel and tuck the toes under. Exhale, mountain. Hips rise. Dissolve through mountain, lift to mountain. Inhale, left side, swan, start all the way to the hip. Hip follows forward and then lengthen. Swan rolls. Exhale, dissolve forward. Right toes can release. Inhale, roll up and unfold. Follow that double wave in the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up. Continue this flow. Vertebra by vertebra. One breath to one breath. Next time, return to swan. Swan, thigh stretch. Maintain the balance in the hips. Exhale, fold the right leg, bring the right arm back, and aim to bring the right hip towards the right leg towards the hip, foot toward hip. Finding the deep stretch, balance of the hips. Notice the sensation in the hip initially, and then what happens as the body holds, as the breath flows through. There may be moments of tightness and release. There may be great shifts. There was sensation a moment ago, and then suddenly there is no more. And then a little shift in the body, and there it is again, sensation. Dive in with the breath. Exhale, release. Swan, right leg and arm. Exhale, swan bow. Inhale, swan, tucking right toes under as the spine lifts. Exhale, mountain. Option to lightly jump to tortoise or pass through a mountain lift variation. No lift of the head, rolling over the toes to tortoise, sitting back between the legs, roll up. Exhale, tortoise bow, unfold from the base to crown, arms behind. Inhale, camel 1. Hands will be behind the feet, either to ground or blocks. Sweep the hips up, open to the crown, open through the throat and head. Exhale, return to tortoise bow. Hips lower, heart center leads forward. Release all the way to the crown. Inhale through the tuck into camel, hands in place. Let the hips sweep up and unfold all the way to the crown. Exhale, dissolve the hips to the earth, the heart center forward, tortoise bow. Inhale, camel. Opening up. Exhale, tortoise bow. This time flow to tortoise fish. Inhale, roll through a tucked tortoise, hands on feet, elbows release to ground or props. Unfold from the base to crown. Exhale, lift the heart center, flow to tortoise bow. Inhale, camel, rolling through tucked tortoise, hands behind, lift the hips, unfold to the crown. Exhale, dissolve the hips to the earth, flow to tortoise bow, or head to earth. Inhale, tortoise fish, rolling up, hands in place, elbows to earth, unfold, base to crown. Open the heart center. Exhale, lift and flow to tortoise bow. Inhale, camel, rolling up, hands behind hips, behind feet, lift and unfold. Exhale, tortoise bow. Inhale, tortoise fish. Exhale, tortoise bow. Inhale, camel asana. Hands to earth or props. Feel the lift of the hips, unfold to the crown. Sustain opening up from heart, throat, crown, and beyond. Let the head rest on that pillow created by the shoulder blades in this position. Nice and open. Feel the expanse and release. Exhale, dissolve the hips toward the earth. Tortoise bow. Forehead to earth. Inhale, tortoise fish, rolling up. Hands to the soles of the feet, elbows to earth or props. Unfold, base to crown. Feel that openness. Heart lifting. Once again, the head is supported by the shoulder blades, drawing a little bit together. If there is neck strain, then option to exhale, tuck the chin and look forward. Holding the openness to the throat and then letting the head release forward. If the head is tucked, then exhale, release all the way back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tortoise bow, asana. Just let go. Let the shoulders release over the legs. The arms release around the legs. Long, deep breath. Exhale, roll up to tortoise. Ensure a comfortable seat in tortoise. Promised you be breath. So we'll first begin just with be breath on exhalation, which is variation 1. The sound doesn't always travel well over Zoom, so just hear what you can of the be breath and then follow your own sound at home. And if there are questions, I will answer either later or after class. Inhale, take a deep breath in, and then as the body exhales, make a high-pitched humming sound all the way for the length of the exhalation. And then if there's breath left at the end of the exhalation, continue the sound inside as the exhalation completes. And inhale once again, complete breath in, and exhale with that high-pitched humming bee sound, like an internal buzz. It's a little bit like the victory breath, only it's not sound, the AH sound, it is that bee sound inside. And continue with this variation 1, or variation 2 has the B sound on both the inhalation and the exhalation. The pitch may be slightly different when it's created on the inhalation as well as the exhalation. So no worries about that. Just continue inhale, exhale with sound, or just variation 1, exhalation only. Following the next exhalation, just return to silence. Hear the sound inside. When ready from tortoise, inhale and spiral around to right side, tortoise twist. Feel the inhalation lift and rotate, and then exhale all the way into it. Sustain. If you would like, wrap the right arm all the way around to the inner left thigh. And if you would like, begin a round of Kapalabhati. Return to victory breath. Exhale all the way, unwind. Inhale, rotate to the left. Tortoise twist. Base to crown, rotating all the way. Once again, the option of wrapping the left arm around. And option of Kapalabhati. Exhale. Victory breath. Exhale. Return to tortoise, unwinding from the base to crown. Inhale through cat to raised cobra. Tuck the toes, tuck through the spine, release the hips, lengthen up. The knees might be a little tender. Exhale, mountain, lift. Sustain mountain asana. If the knees are sore from sitting in tortoise for some time, take mountain heel press. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, press right heel to earth and left. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, press the left and bend the right. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, press right, bend left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. When ready, inhale, lift both. Raised mountain. Exhale, mountain. Heels to earth. Sustain. Inhale, a light jump through mountain lift to extended bend. Exhale, earth touch. Exhale, roll to standing. Inhalation, upward salute. Exhale, standing. Inhalation, forward salute. Exhale, squat. Hinge through earth, touch. Use blocks if you would like. Under the hands, behind. Release the hip. Roll up. Exhale, hand balance. Hips draw back, legs forward. On the earth as needed or lifted if possible. Sustain with hips lifted. Exhale, release the hips, forward bend, hinge at hips. Dissolve to the crown. Inhale, reverse slant, toes point, roll up the spine, bring the hands behind to face forward or back, lift the hips and unfold to the crown. Toes to crown. Long. Exhale, release the hips. Heart center is open and hinge forward to earth touch. Dissolve hips to crown. Inhale, raise slant. Point through the toes, roll up. Can switch the hand position forward and back if you'd like to experiment. Lengthen and lift. Exhale, hips lower, feel the openness. Toes lift towards sky and dissolve into the forward bend. Inhale, reverse slant. Toes point, follow the flow all the way up the legs, all the way through the spine. To place the hands, lift the hips and unfold. Exhale, forward bend, hips lower, toes lift. Open and release. This time, reverse slant, asana, rolling up. Microphone getting caught. Lift the hips and sustain. Feel the openness all the way through the spine, the whole body. Exhale, when ready, release the hips. Dissolve forward. Forward bend asana. Feel the fleshy parts behind the hips, posterior thighs. Widen on the earth. Tilt the pelvis and allow for a full release for the legs. Asana. Release through the toes. Inhale, roll up. L seat. Draw the hips forward as needed to be toward the top third of the mat. Prep to lower. Exhale, roll down vertebra by vertebra into knees to chest. Smooth roll. Balance it so that gravity doesn't take over and draw you too quickly to the earth. Inhale, roll up to the prep. Draw the arms away, the knees away, the feet toward the earth. Feel the tilt and roll right back up all the way to crown. Exhale, roll down, knees to chest. Lengthening the arms. Balance the release of the torso with the lengthening away of the legs. And then dissolve it. Inhale, roll up. Lengthen the legs away, the toes toward the earth. And roll right back up, feeling that balance point of up and down. Exhale, roll down once again. This time, dissolve into knees to chest. Long, expansive breath. Plow rolls, if you'd like, hands to earth, or they could be to blocks by the sides. Lengthen the legs and legs to chest. Exhale, roll over the base of the spine, all the way vertebra by vertebra to the shoulders, and feel the lift shoulders to hips. Inhale, roll down, shoulders, throat center, all the way to the base, into the prep. Exhale, plow, rolling over the spine. Feel the lift all the way up inside. Inhale, release. Throat to base. Exhale, plow. Inhale, legs 90 degrees or legs to chest. Exhale, plow. When ready, sustain, plow. Have the option of hands to earth, hands to the kidney area, helping lift the back, or arms interlaced in a shoulder stretch type position. Feet can be to props. If the arms are interlaced, let them release. Exhale, knees to ear. Hold the knees around the head. Tops of the feet can release and sustain. Inhale, return to plow. Might want blocks for this, or you could have the arms under the hips, cupping the hips. Inhale, inverted bridge. Release the sacrum either to the hands or to the blocks and unfold, opening up through the chest, legs over hips. Exhale, return to plow. Release as if you were doing a plow roll, just off the arms or the block. Inhale, return to inverted bridge. Roll, let the sacrum come to props or the arms and unfold the legs overhead. Exhale into plow. Inhale, inverted bridge. Exhale, plow. Inhale, inverted bridge, asana. Just let the body open. Feel the legs lifted over hips. Openness of chest, of heart. This is a mini asana, little one. Exhale, release to plow. Move the props aside. If you're using them, bring the hands to the lower back. Feel the lift in the torso. Inhale, shoulder stand. Bring the legs up over the hips and all the way to the toes. See if you can feel the body lengthen from the shoulders to the toes. Feel the internal lift up and away out of the shoulders. So it's a movement away from gravity, a lift into the air. Exhale when ready, release to plow. If needed, exhale, knees to ear, releasing around. Let the neck stretch. Inhale, return to plow. Now a longer inhalation to inverted bridge. Sacrum to blocks or the arms, open up, open to the toes. Feel the openness of the chest. Imagine a waterfall, a great river flowing over the toes and all the way down the legs to the base of the spine, where there's this beautiful pool of water, circulates there for a moment, and then flows on in this river from base of spine through sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat, and then out from the throat to inner eye and to the ocean. Feel that energy stream. See it in the mind's eye. Exhale, let the legs open into V. V inverted bridge. Option of ankle rotations. Inhale, return. The legs together. Inverted bridge. Sustain. Exhale to plow. Exhale, roll down. Legs to chest or 90 degrees. To knees to chest. Just fold and release. Eagle twist. Wrap as the arms open, the legs lift. Interlace the right over the left. Release left foot to ground. Lift up just enough to be able to move onto the outer left hip and then dissolve the lower body toward left. The upper body turns right. Option of left arm to meet the legs. Relax in the shoulders, shoulders to ground. Breathe and release. Exhale. Let the hips rise, release. Unwind the legs. Partial recline to knees to chest. Other side. Prep eagle twist. Arms open, legs lift. Interlace. Right foot to earth. Exhale, eagle twist. Lift hips, rotate onto the outer right hip. Lower, turning the lower body. Turning the upper body. Sustain. Exhale, unwind from the base around. Gather in knees to chest. Exhale, yoga nidra. Posture of your choice. Release into the apparent stillness. And feel the ever-present breath that flows through. Let go into this conscious energy, this one pointed focus that has movement and energy in it at all times. Shiva Shakti. is ready, return to complete breath. Then start to return gentle movements to the body on the exhalation. Drawing in knees to chest when ready. And following the flow to return to a seat. You can roll directly up as we did earlier in class. Flow through a forward bend. Jai Guru Devi. Namaste.